In today's State House Spotlight, 7 News is on your side, speaking with 2 Maryland lawmakers about what's happening in Annapolis that you need to know about. More than a month into the legislative session. Here for discussions are delegates Matt Morgan and Tiffany Alston. And thank you both for joining us this morning.
Well, thank you for having us.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right. Well, Maryland's Attorney General is suing to halt the construction of an ICE detention facility near Hagerstown. And this lawsuit, it comes just days after Governor Moore signed a bill and banning agreements between ICE and local law enforcement agencies. So, Delegate Morgan, what are you watching with this?
Well, I mean, once again, Democrats in Annapolis, Governor Moore, Anthony Brown, they're prioritizing illegal immigrants over the safety of American citizens. And during the whole debate over the 287G, the governor reassured the public that, hey, we can, your local sheriff, your police chief could reach out to ICE at any time and fulfill these detainer issues with a criminal illegal alien. My question for all my Democratic colleagues is just, where do you plan on putting these people if ICE is not allowed to hold them inside the state of Maryland?
All right, well, let's put that to Delegate Tiffany Alston there. Where are we going to put people if we don't build these facilities?
I think we need to put people in humane confinements. My background is in corrections. A lot of people know that. And what we can't do is violate people's human rights. The facility in question is a warehouse that has 4 bathrooms, and they're proposing to put 1,500 people there. I mean, these are just basic questions. Where are they going to go to the bathroom? They did not go through the proper environmental studies that are required by their own federal government. And so we just need to know that basic needs of human beings are actually going to be met. I think we all agree that whether you're detained or free, you need a place to use the bathroom. That is a basic human right that we all deserve. And we can't have facilities that don't have that or don't have the basic infrastructure to support it. The town that it's going to only has 2,000 people in the whole town. So we're proposing to almost double the population, putting people in a location where they may not even have access to clean running water and facilities to use the bathroom. And we just want to know how they're going to do it. And we want them to follow their own policies and follow the laws that the federal government has put in place.
And beyond just what the facility will look like and the capacity it will have, on a more basic level, should Maryland cooperate with immigration officials and allow the building of these ICE detention facilities?
If this question is directed to me, I think absolutely yes. And look, we hear a lot from our Democratic colleagues about due process. And it would be helpful if a person was arrested in Maryland on an immigration charge, that they stay in Maryland where there are access to attorneys and if they had any family members there. What the Democrats, the practical application of their policies are, these people are now going to be transferred someplace out of state, like Alligator Alcatraz or up to Pennsylvania or some other faraway place that makes it hard for them to get legal representation. And it just doesn't make a lot of sense. And I'll tell you one other problem with the canceling of these ICE facilities. The permit was already granted. The RFPs already went out, and a lot of local subcontractors are stuck holding the bill with materials that they've already purchased. I would hope that the state of Maryland would come back and repay these contractors, since they're the ones that canceled the project. And I would think that there will be some upcoming lawsuits to make sure that happens.
All right. I want to get to another hot topic. We still have some time, and it's redistricting. And last week, House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, we understand, made a surprise visit to the Maryland State House to push for redistricting. And the House of Delegates passed this bill that would eliminate the state's one remaining GOP-held House seat, but it stalled in the Senate. So, Delegate Morgan, what do you make of Jeffries' visit? Do you think it was appropriate?
No, I don't think it was appropriate. Hakeem Jeffries came here to Annapolis while we have sewage flowing down the Potomac, numerous problems from skyrocketing energy costs to taxes running away. But he showed up in Annapolis, not for the Maryland people, but for himself. This is all about him becoming Speaker of the House. And basically, Democrats right now, they have 51% of the voter registration in the state, but they want 100% of the districts. It's wrong, and I hope it stalls out in the Senate, and I think it's going to, but we'll know later on today.
And Delegate Alston, where are you on Jeffries' visit and on gerrymandered districts, especially midterm?
I think it was great to have the minority leader from the House of Representatives come and visit. It was an amazing day. It was really good to see him. Look, we have a democratic process here in this state, and that process is playing out. The reality is we have lots of independent voters in this state who don't have a say at all in these primaries. And what we need to do is make sure that every Marylander's voice is heard and counted. And these maps actually make several of the districts more competitive. And so we may end up with more or less Republicans, more or less Democrats, depending on what the voters actually say. And you can't say that we're going to eliminate this one vote when twice Marylanders all across the state have elected a Republican governor, and not just in recent history, but going all the way back to Ehrlich. So it is possible for Democrats to elect Republicans. We want competitive districts. We want a fair process. And right now, that is all playing out in Annapolis, and we will see what the legislative process brings. Going back, though, to the issue with ICE, our detention centers are allowed to cooperate, but what we're not going to do in this state is allow any human being to be held in inhumane conditions. Even the BOP has stopped using some of these contractors that the ICE detention centers want to use, and I just don't think that it's right. I think that if we're going to have these facilities, they need to be run and operated by government officials who actually know and understand how to run corrections, and that's not what's been happening across the country. So we do need them here, but we need them here safely, and we need them here humanely.
All right, we'll have to let that be the last word. Always a great discussion. Thank you so much, Delegates Matt Morgan and Tiffany Alston. We appreciate you joining us for this week's State House Spotlight.
Thank you.